Good afternoon. Welcome to Pimlico Racecourse. This is Jarrod Horak. I'm actually live from Pimlico. This is May 22nd. We are now 2 weeks from the Belmont Stakes. I thought I'd take a couple minutes and discuss the Belmont Stakes today. First, I guess we should start talking about Icebox. Probably going to be the favorite in the Belmont Stakes. I would expect that he's going to be coming from off the pace, just like he did in the Florida Derby, also in the Kentucky Derby. In those two races, he did get a lot of pace help in those events. He's probably not going to get a lot of pace help in the Belmont. Another factor that could work against him, the lack of pace in the Belmont Stakes. They're going 12 furlongs. It's going to be more of an even-paced event. Don't expect the pace to be too quick. So Icebox is going to have to sustain his run in a much longer event. He's probably not going to offer a lot of value. The upside would be that the field isn't as tough. He's faced much better horses in the Kentucky Derby. Also now in the Belmont Stakes, he will not be facing as tough of foes. And I would expect that he will be running late. But if you do like him, you're not probably going to get the price that you probably should. First Dude, probably going to be the one to catch in the Belmont. Ran a great race in the Preakness, was training well all week, and he came up to the race, ran hard throughout. That's going to be his negative in the Belmont Stakes. The fact that he has to run so hard throughout is going to be more of an even pace. If he can relax nicely up front, coming back in 3 weeks, maybe he'll be able to possibly wire the field. Like I said, though, it's going to be tough coming back in 3 weeks after such a hard race in the Preakness. He will be out there in the early going. If he can control the pace and maybe go 49 or so, maybe 115 for 6 furlongs, slow it down like that, could be tough to catch. Maybe Drosselmeyer could be one worth looking at here. He did finish second in the Dwyer. He was also third in the Louisiana Derby. I liked him earlier in the winter and early in the spring as well. Just didn't quite pan out like he could have. Some of his stablemates, like Super Saver, owned by the same owner as Windstar Farm, he panned out and ran well. Drosselmeyer started out well at Gulfstream Park this winter, and then he wasn't able to get enough graded earnings to get into the Kentucky Derby, which may have been a blessing. And I think that's based on his style. He just seems to run more of an even pace run. I think that's definitely going to help his cause in the Belmont Stakes. He can maybe just sit into a nice rhythm. Mike Smith is going to jump aboard, and I would look for him to sit maybe second, third, fourth, somewhere like that, just stalking the pace. Just a nice even motion, and I think maybe he'll be able to run his best race. And maybe at a bit of value on that one. Could be worth looking at. Stay Put as a long shot could be worth looking at. But again, he looks like he's going to be a late runner. Seems to have a lot of stamina. He was highly regarded in Louisiana earlier this year, and then he just didn't quite get enough pace help in those events. Won his last start at Churchill Downs. Seems to be going in the right direction. As I said, has a ton of stamina, and he'll probably be running on maybe at least for a piece of it. Uptown Charlie Brown, now trained by Karen McLaughlin. He's a little bit light on pedigree. He does have some ability, and he's definitely one that you might want to put in your mix, probably in the exotics at least. If Stately Victor, Make Music for Me, two horses that ran in the Kentucky Derby. Make Music for Me ran on late to finish fourth. He's just another late runner. Stately Victor, probably better on turf, possibly synthetic. Well, that'll wrap up my early look at the Belmont Stakes. Go to horseracing.com to get all your Belmont Stakes